Hey guys, so I thought that today I would do a flip through of my current journal in progress, which is this journal, and I've been working in it for a while. This is the first page that I did, so whenever I posted that video it was right around, I didn't date it. Anyway, I thought I would show you what I have in progress and then you kind of get a sense of how I jump around, and I can show you some of the pages that I have not made videos for over the years. So first of all, this is the cover. And I make the covers using canvas board, which I'm going to make a video on this. I just have not got that far, but soon. And then I painted it. I think I used like rubbing alcohol and watercolor paints to get this effect. I can't exactly remember. It says art matters, and then the quote says 1% of everything is sublime. The hard part is editing out the other 99%. And it's Ippolita. I don't know who that is, but I thought the quote was interesting. So there is my cover. You guys have seen the video for this page. This is probably unfinished, but there's a lot of texture in the background. Magazine image, a tag. So eventually what will happen is I'll think of something I want to do further with this page and I'll come back to it. And you see this page is blank because I don't work in order, I just jump around, so I'll eventually do something there. You've seen the video for this page, so I won't show you too much about that. These are both pages that are in progress. This I just use a credit card to smush some paint on the page, and then while the two pages were still wet, I did them together, which is how you get like this effect here. And then this is from an old book, washi tape, pair of legs. Something will eventually go there, probably a quote or something, but I don't know yet. It'll get there. This page is mostly blank. You can see I like wiped off some paint here. You guys saw the video for this one. Can't remember if I showed you guys this one, but I made this one whenever I went to visit my sister. I think I did show you. It says, today we visited with Fiona and Jimmy and their brand new baby, the incredibly beautiful Aria Elizabeth the Heart. She was asleep the whole time, but so adorable, I held her until forced to give her up. We took about 300 photographs, seriously. She is sweet, innocent, and unbroken thus far. And then the background from this was a bunch of dictionary pages, which I think this is from my French dictionary because I have that in my travel kit right now. Just glue it into place. I swiped some paint over it. This is golden heavy body acrylic. It's the only heavy body that I have. That's why I remember it. It's Pearl Red. This, you can see I used the stamp and I blocked it with paper so I had a clean edge, unlike another page, which we'll get to, that had a not so clean edge. This says, once we were new and careless and free. And then these are two separate images that I joined together because I thought that they looked good. Alright, so then we have some pages in progress. This, the idea for this, and I should come back and finish it, I broke the page into blocks, sort of like when I did my calendar, and I just journaled throughout the blocks, and I don't even remember, I think it starts here. Nope, it ends there. There's little arrows that show like which way, and I do this sometimes so that it's not necessarily easy for someone else to read it, though I can usually figure it out. And that's just so I can write about anything I want and not worry too much about it. But, you know, eventually I'll probably finish writing in here, and then the plan is to paint it. Like maybe all different colors, we'll see. You have seen both of these pages, which were experiments with modeling paste. This one is dated. That's March 31st. So this is the deep ocean. A woman's heart is a deep ocean of secrets, which you guys have seen this page. I really love like the texture that's going on here. This is another one that you've seen with the portrait. Here's one that just has some splatters of paint for now and will become something later. This is the tag, you've seen that. Don't know if I showed you guys this one. I did the background stamp with the Harlequin stamp, and this is from a magazine journaling spot and some magazine chunks around the edges. You guys have seen this one with the baby. This is my cranky page where I made the more messy corners before I decided to do the blocking. I really like this page. Not my usual style, but something I really like. I was playing with the stamps. I think I've already showed you this too, but I'll show you anyway. I like it because of all the texture, and then the red is throughout. I found these boots and just kind of put them on, and I just happened to have only 2 washi tapes with me that day, and it was these 2. And another journaling spot, because I had just bought those at Hobby Lobby. Sketch of the building that was across the street from the coffee shop where we're sitting, and then these stamps, I have tons of them, so I was happy to use some. Plus, like, it's not the same exact building, but it has like a similar building shape to the one we were across, so it kind of works. These are videos that I did in the car, or pages I did in the car. This one, it had already had some stamps. Actually, maybe I didn't do this one in the car, but this one I definitely did. I don't remember for sure. This is an old receipt from Dr. S. Gobfine, a dentist on Atwells Avenue, and it's dated 1935, which is pretty cool. My friend I think she trash picked them. She got them somewhere and gave me a stack of them and said, hey, I thought you could use these in your art. And so I do. And then there's a portion that says, good company in a journey makes the way seem shorter. And just a bunch of random. And then this, I finger painted some paint just because I was in the car at the time. Added another French dictionary page, same thing, it's from my travel kit. Cut out some legs. I did some journaling around the legs, which I like to do that because it's another, like, I get to journal and it's difficult for someone to read unless you're very determined. And then the sticker letters say, sometimes we dance. These are both pages that you have seen, I believe. We got some texture here. Undiscovered Country. This is a page that I really ended up liking, and I wasn't sure what I thought of it at the time, but now I really like it. More pages with texture. You've seen these. This flips up. There's a secret message here. I showed this to the one teen who took the in-person class. She came with her mom, and she just was so impressed about, like, the secret message thing. So I'm hoping she'll go home and make tons of art journal pages. That'd be awesome. And then there's this. You've seen both of these, and you can see, probably you've noticed this by now, I do show you most of the pages I make, you know, good and bad. Like, this isn't my best page, but this was like full of emotion, so that's one I showed you. This one is alright. Like, I like it. I don't like the text. Like, I should have covered that up, but I really like the image. It matches the video. That was the inspiration very well. Celebrity hookup list, you've seen that. Here's one that you definitely have not seen. It says, if you believe you can climb mountain, you will. Obviously I messed up, but who cares? Like, the handwriting is really cute. I basically just wrote and then thickened it and then colored in all of the spaces with a blue gel pen, I think is what I was using at that point. This washi tape is actually Smashbook tape. I don't like it as much as real washi tape because it doesn't stick as well. And then this is just a photograph of mountains that was in a pile of photographs that somebody gave me, so I don't actually know where that was taken or anything, but I like it. And then this is a little tag that says believe, and I might eventually write something on the back of it, but I didn't. I actually worked on this at an event while I was recruiting students, so in between students I like sat and worked on this, and some of the students would come over and be like, what you working on? And I would get to tell them, so that was kind of cool. Oh, so for these pages, these kind of stuck together because I was working quickly. Alright, so I thought I would tell you what I did for the in-person class. Basically, we started by getting rid of the blank white page, and I'm going to post a thing about this. Like a basic art journal formula, if you will. So we just glued, there's chunks of, like, I don't know how well you can see this, but this is German script, this is an old dictionary, there's tissue paper, this is like a different dictionary here, bits and pieces. I didn't let it dry enough before they went together so it ripped, but I don't care because I'm actually going to paint right on top of that, so that's okay. So in my class, the first thing we did was that, and then we got credit cards and paint, and we just rubbed paint over top. So if you look at this, you can see underneath there's like sheet music, dictionary, pops of color from tissue paper, etc. And then we did collage on top of that, which this I actually finished during, well, it's not quite finished, but I worked on this during the class. I just found like things I liked. So I found these shoes, I made like these little tags. During the class I decided to add washi tape to the end of them. Here, her eyes were already like that, but hers are exaggerated. I changed her hair, which you can sort of tell here. There, that's a good one. I outlined all around here just to show like what the Sharpie paint markers can do. Like it kind of turned her cartoon looking. And then this was the finished example that I had for the class, which, you know, we went through each step. So we did add some visual interest with dictionary pages, smear on some paint, add some collage, and then once that dried and we hit it with a heat gun a little bit, then we did doodling. So here is, this started as a black frame and I added white spots. It says find your summer swagger. I added gloves. I exaggerated her face with like little white dots, and I went around her eyes, and I even like went in between her mouth to make that a little bit darker. And then this was an earring that I cut out and added it as like a hairpiece. So then that was like my example with no writing. And then this, I really like how this turned out. This is a tag. It says, I'm no damsel in distress. And then I outlined her face, you know, with the Sharpie pen to kind of exaggerate it. It says, to be the girl. Went around here, but then this flips up. And it says, a true knight is fuller of bravery in the midst than in the beginning of dangers. And I really liked that like quote whenever I found it. I found this guy and then I thought I needed a quote about knights, so I searched for a quote about knights. But I liked the quote because it was really accurate about something that had happened that day, which was that I did this big event with my middle school students, and I invited members of the public to come and get a free manicure from my students. And it was scary because I was like, what if nobody comes? What if too many people come? And so I was really nervous about it, but then once I got there, I was like, good. And so like that kind of reminded me of how I felt, like nervous beforehand, but then brave in the middle of it. And so I did journaling here. So like that was the example that I showed. Unfortunately, I didn't have my camera, so I didn't take pictures of anybody's art in progress, which might have like made them nervous anyway, so it's probably good that I didn't. But I asked them if they finished to send them to me. So anyway, that's from that. Then this was a background that I made for the class. Like I worked on these, like I made these two spreads, and then I worked on this, an event that I had the other day. This is actually from Smashbook, and the only reason I have it is because someone sent it to me. I wouldn't have gone out and bought it, though they are kind of cute. And it says, today is the end of year event at the After Zone. I'm hoping to see a lot of my students and to have a good time. It's beautiful outside. At the time, I was kind of annoyed that I had to be inside at this event because it was 3 hours and I don't get paid for it, so I was like kind of cranky about it. But then I ended up having fun, so it was good. Here, she had this decorative lace dress, and I kind of exaggerated the features of it and added extra details. And I went around her face like I do, like just outlined her to make her stand out. And I didn't have scissors with me, so instead of cutting her out the whole way and gluing her, I just like ripped the edges and then added her in with washi tape, because it's all about working with whatever I have on hand. And this is the page I was working on during the class. You see, I didn't exactly get far with it, but it's going to be cool. This is, she's actually a ball gown, but I was able to turn the ball gown into a mermaid dress, so I'm sure I'll do something else with that. And then this is the most recent page that I made, which was 5/31/12, so I'm a little bit behind in my usual of doing daily pages. And this was at the same thing, so again, no scissors, so I just glued a whole page like I liked her, went all around the edges with, I didn't glue it, I just added the whole page. Went all around the edges with washi tape. This is another one of those Smashbook things, and I made a to-do list up and down of all the stuff I have to do. So this is actually useful because today I'm like working on stuff on my list, so I'm like referring to my art journal page. So it doesn't have to be just like pretty decorative things. Like it can actually be a functional thing where you're like, you have a to-do list and you're going back in and doing it. And then I have just a couple of blank pages left, and then this I forgot about. This was the same day of the event, but I was outside and I sketched the tree that was in front of me, and it only sort of looks like the tree, but it was kind of fun, like the organic sketching process. And it says, "Today is a beautiful day, peace," and it's kind of super sketchy because I just was like working real fast because I only had like 5 minutes before I had to go inside. And so as you see, I only have a few pages blank, so I'm almost done. I'm a little bit early for my flip through, but I thought that it would be a good day to share some of the stuff in progress. So next up will be a video of a new page, which I'm going to work probably here. We'll see what happens.